Hello and welcome to this drone flying video. I had a nice comment actually from someone asking me, saying how well he thinks, the person thinks I can fly the drone, and how much practice did it take, and how many hours did it take, etc., etc. And so I just wanted to talk about how my journey has been with flying FPV drones. And how difficult, extremely difficult it has been. Okay, mind-numbingly difficult it has been, and the path has been slow. All right, and it's taken hundreds and hundreds of hours of practice, and at times I've thought just about giving up because I couldn't do it, but I just continued and did it. And I've just made this video a second ago, but forgot to press record. Stupid me. So the most important thing that I want you to get out this video is that my mentality, it spurs from the fact that I am a very patient person, and I also don't like giving in. Okay, if I do something, I want to do it the best of my ability, the absolute best of my ability, and I will not give in until I have succeeded. Okay, and I don't take everything as a race. I don't want to be the winner, but if I see someone else that is better than me at something, I want to be as good as them first of all. And once I've learned how to be as good as them, I try and improve myself even more, and I then end up being better or equal to that other person. But for me, it's not a race. Okay, it's not a competition. The competition is me being better than I can be the day before, the time before, the race before, the moment before, whatever it is before. I don't see that I have to tell other people I'm better than you because you're bad. I don't put people down about that. I just tell them how much time I've practiced, and maybe if I've learned something that I can teach them, I teach them what I've learned to do it better. Okay, and this is who I am. I am an incredibly tenacious person. If I start something, I stick at it and stick at it, and I do not give up until I can do it to my absolute best level. And then I'm not even happy with the level that I've managed to get. Okay, and this can also be a disadvantage to myself, because I never know when I can leave things and say I've done this, I'm good now. And sometimes I lack self-confidence to know that I can do it well enough that other people may be able to say, wow, he's really good at it, because my standard always increases in every single day. The bar gets moved up and up and up. So it means that I've never reached my target that I want to get to, because I'm not a perfectionist. I just don't give up. I don't know, there isn't a ceiling to hit. But this is my mentality. This is who I am, and I have a huge amount of passion for everything that I do. And the drone flying in the beginning, I nearly gave up on this. I nearly gave up because it was so difficult, and I spent tens and 20, 30, 40, 60 hours not getting anywhere, and I couldn't fly around a house. I couldn't fly through the gaps. I couldn't hover. I couldn't like spin round items like this without like going whoa like this everywhere and stuff like that. It was just all completely random moves. It was always random. And once you start deciding, okay, I'm going to fly to that tree, okay, like hands off the controller, I'm going to fly to that tree in a straight line, and this is it. That's what your target was. And now I'm going to fly up, my hands off the controller, and I'm going to pitch forward, and I'm going to try and fly through that gap, this gap here, hands off the controller. And once I can achieve this, which I did in this example, I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to try it again, try and do it a bit faster. And can I fly faster through it and take my hands off the controller? Yes, I got through that gap. Let's start it again. And I just do it again. And can I fly through the other gap now? Take my hands off the controller. I now know which direction I need to fly and how the controller needs to be. So this is what you're teaching your hands to do. You're teaching your hands to line the drone up, hands off the controller, line the drone up to fly in a straight line. And then you can learn how to turn the drone. You've got to learn how to turn the drone. You've got to learn how to fly the drone up, take the power off, put the power on, and so on. There's loads of things that you've got to learn how to do, but none of this really matters if you're not willing to fail. Okay, you're not willing to crash, you're not willing to not do well. You've got to get through that path. Okay, unfortunately it's in the path to flying drones well is failing. It's there for a long time, first of all, and at one point you're just going to start to go, oh look, I can fly through these doors now, I can fly through this barn, and now I can do it backwards. Okay, and now I can come through it, I can do it backwards, and I can turn around, and I can do it backwards here again, and I can flip over, and you can do all sorts of stuff. Whoops, and you crash. It's a part and parcel of drone flying. Crashing. It's in the name. Okay. It's just hidden. It's a hidden letter. Crashing. So it's all I can say. It's all I can say is that it's going to be difficult. Your moves are going to be random. You're not going to be very good at it. You're not going to be able to turn. You're not going to be able to do precise movements. You're not going to be able to fly in a straight line. You're going to want to try to fly in a straight line, but you're not going to be able to do it. And then the big gaps, you're going to think, I can never line the drone up. Yeah, that's normal. You just got to practice. And there's loads of other things that I could say, but I could just waffle on forever talking about this. And the only thing I can say is you've just got to keep going, and keep trying to fly with some form of aim. All right, tell yourself where you're going to fly now. I'm going to turn. Look, I'm going to turn. I'm going to come through these trees. I'm going to turn left 90 degrees. I'm going to fly through that tree. I'm going to turn left 90 degrees and fly past this house. Left 90 degrees, fly through this tree, and so on. And then I'm going to fly round these trees, and then we're going to come back on ourselves. You've got to force yourself to take direction and not just fly random. Okay, I'm going to fly round the barn right now. I'm going to fly round the barn, see, round the barn. And this means you flying round the barn means that the only thing you can do right now is fly round it like this. So be it. This is what your round the barn means. Okay, and then when you can start flying round the water container or whatever it is here, and so on, when you can start flying round it, then well done. Okay, and when you can start flying round the tree and so on, and you work out how to do a spin like this. And guess what did I say? That crashing is a part of this. Okay, and reset is a part of this. Look, see, we can spin round the tree. We can spin around the tree. This came from hours and hours and hours and days of practice. Okay, and coming round the tree. Let's see, we come round the tree. Come with lots and lots of practice, and not crashing into stuff. We come round this tree, and we spin. I'm giving myself direction here. I'm saying what I've got to do. I've got to go round this thing, round it, and you're learning how to do these moves now over and over again. You're learning repetition. You only get good at stuff when you repeat the stuff, when you repeat it over and over again. My time in the army, you learn how to take your weapon apart and put your weapon apart, take your weapon apart, put your weapon apart. It's not just in films. It's not a cliche. It's a thing you actually do. Right, that you don't just learn how to march on one day. You learn how to march every single day. You learn how to do other things all the time. They don't just teach you it once. They teach you it until it is literally in your head, and you can do it when you are asleep. Okay, quite literally, you stood up and you're sleeping, and you can still do the tasks. This is what you've got to teach your fingers. Your fingers have got to do it whilst your brain is disconnected, right? And you're thinking about other stuff. With that said, I hope this video has been inspiration for you. I hope it's been helpful for you. I hope it's answered any questions that you might have. I hope it's given you a bit more confidence about yourself now to keep flying, keep trying it. If you really want to do this hobby, you've got to learn how to fail. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.